I'm good. What's going on?
I want to say, wow.
You're funny, man. How you been?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. You can't lose that accent, huh? You still in Connecticut?
No, I moved to New York last year.
Really?
Yeah.
But still haven't lost that accent. You've been up north all these years and cannot shake that southern twang.
Yeah, I've been up here for over 12 years and I guess I'm just country like that.
That's crazy, man. Uh,
Yes, sir. It's so good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining me for Kera Dangerous Talk.
I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Thank you. That's so sweet of you to say.
I'm serious.
Um, the way I like to start off my show, brother, is I do something called Give You Your Flowers. So I want you to just sit back and relax. And I'm gonna tell you why I love you. I remember when we first met and Lil Wayne was there, and I don't really want to say where I was at, but it's not a big deal. But we were somewhere, and Lil Wayne was there, you were there, and some other people. And I didn't run up to Lil Wayne. I ran up to you. Do you remember that?
I thought we met at first. You talking about ESPN, right?
Yeah, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying, Lil Wayne was there. I didn't run up
yeah,
to
yeah.
him.
He was there as a guest. Right, right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Most people would probably run up Lil Wayne. Is my point.
right, right. Absolutely. Definitely remember that. Most definitely.
Yes, but you know what? I don't even remember what I was thinking at that time. But obviously, I knew my music history and my music, and I knew who you were in the game, and I knew what you had done, and I knew your work and the impact you've had, and I was interested in meeting that person.
Hmm.
So, what I like about you is you have this, to me, you have this mystery about you. You look calm and collected. Uh, I know you from New Orleans, so it's got to be more to you than meets the eye, cause y'all all a little crazy.
I don't know about that.
Look, I definitely do. So you just always been cool with me. You didn't hesitate, to switch contacts with me, and every now and then I shoot you a message, you'll respond, and I appreciate the love. So just thank you for what you've done for the game of hip hop, and just for being so cool with me.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate. Oh, I accept all of that good energy coming from across the screen. Absolutely.
Yes. So
Mhm.
look, you always get asked questions about Lil Wayne, and I am gonna ask you a few questions about him, but but today I wanna really get to know you and really let people know who you are.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna ask you an interview question 101, which a lot of people don't like.
Okay.
But who is Cortez Bryant?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I don't get that question a lot. Um, I don't even know how to describe myself. Listen, I'm just um, a God-fearing person living in my purpose.
Mm.
Living in my purpose of just trying to help do right, do great things to change the world. That's like the core of it all. Now they have a whole lot of tentacles, how that works, outside of that. But at its core, that's me. Like that's me right there. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate that. And you know what? I just gave you your flowers, so that's pretty much all the butt kissing that I want to do at this moment. So I would like for you now, since you told us who you are on a personal level, who is Cortez in the music business? Let us know your resume a little bit, what you've done, who you worked with.
Okay. Cortez in the music business is still just a humble servant living his purpose, right? But I've been very blessed in 16 years I've been in the music business. Started with managing my best friend Lil Wayne. Very next person asked me to manage him was Drake. Partnered up with my current partners right now, 13 years at the Blueprint Group. Um, we had who had Kanye created this company, the Blueprint Group, and since then, we've managed the likes of a whole bunch of people: Jill Scott, The Roots, currently Brandy, Lil Nas X, Ti, um, Trippie Redd, G Easy, Hitmaker. Um, I'm missing people. I'm
It's so
missing.
many.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Aqua V currently, like she's, yeah, got a lot of stuff going on now with this new distribution company. So, um, yeah, it's been a great ride. I tell you that I've definitely been blessed. Did not know that my life would turn out to be what it is now. Never did think about doing this, wanting to be in this position, but I'm thankful for it and what it's allowed me to do in my life.
So I hear that, you and Lil Wayne went to the same high school.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
absolutely. That's where we met. Eleanor McMain Magnet School.
Wow.
Yeah, we met there 25 years ago. Yep.
That's crazy. Is it true that you tried to get him not to rap?
Yes and no. I told
Wow.
him at that point, you gotta understand. At that point, the internet wasn't popping. It wasn't popular. Um, and in the South, the South wasn't popping like that with music. So, we was able to, we're two smart individuals, so we was able to go to a magnet school that kind of taught us college prep and try to prepare us for after, high school. And being where we was from, we didn't have much single parents. You know what I'm saying? Moms didn't have none. Grew up, we didn't really have much growing up. So I always thought, I was like, look, man, we got to hustle this opportunity we have now in the school, hustle these books. This gonna get us out of the New Orleans. I was like, I don't know
Mm.
rap shit. You good, you're great at it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't understand what that could be. You know what I'm saying, or what it was. But he was determined. That was definitely what he was here born to do. He had been doing it since he was 8 years old. So, and I met him when he was 12. So,
Wow.
he was 4 years in at that point of just rapping and sharpening up his skill set. Um, so yeah, so it was. I didn't see the vision, and I was just a realist of what we had. What we had at that school, the opportunity we had at that moment to get out of it, to make it out and do better for ourselves. So I was pushing that.
So what did Lil Wayne do to make you a believer?
He was consistent. He kept going. He believed it in his heart. He knew he was going to always be a star, and he was consistent with it. Just as I end up leaving that high school, going to college at Jackson State, and he ended up continuing his journey. And I always supported him. And then he popped off while I was in school. Cash Money took it over for the 992,000. And it was a
Right.
wrap after that. I was like, oh, this is what this is gonna be. uh, because mind you, when he signed the Cash Money, they were the biggest label locally before the world knew about them. So yeah, he had some local clout by being signed there. So, but I did, like I said, I was just focused on my pathway and just supported him as a friend in everything that he did.
Did you feel crazy when you saw what he was doing? Was like, damn, I should have just believed in my friend from the beginning.
Nah, not at all. I didn't feel crazy. I was excited for him. I was happy for him. I supported him. Listen, Cash
That's
Money used
okay.
to give a concert every holiday. Like we used to always be. I used to be at the parties with him and pull up to the studio with him. Like I still was his friend. I was just hanging around. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I was supporting him everything he do. Not one thing that was clear from the first time we met, from the first rap he ever rapped about fast foods. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
He rapped to me. I was like, oh, this is well, you nice. Like it was something I never heard. So I always knew, you know, that he was great at what he did. You know what I'm saying? So I just supported it.
So So you were his friend, and then you become his manager.
Hmm.
But did you have any experience at doing that,
Not at all.
managing?
Not at all. I know nothing about it. He saw he saw something in me that I didn't even know I had in myself. You know, he trusted me. Like he called me my senior year of college and asked me, you know, to be his manager. He had never had one, you know, but he trusted me because we were friends first. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we're best friends first. So, you know, I just, prayed on and jumped into it, you know, and it worked out. You know, it wasn't easy. I had to learn on the fly. I had to, I had to use all the skill sets I had learned in life, and especially at my dear HBCU, Jackson State University, all
Okay.
all the skill sets that I learned in that school and in the marching band. Like I took all those things and I implemented them um, into my career before I even knew what that was going to be. You know, so that helped me out, guided me along the way. You know, that HBCU experience allowed me to be so, taught me social skills and being comfortable with meeting people outside my bubble. Like I hadn't got out of New Orleans that much, so that HBCU experience exposed me to all those things. And as a manager, you gotta go out here and pitch your artists and do the right things and talk to a lot of people. So a lot of those things helped me out, you know, and I just listened a lot, found mentors, um, studied people, you know, read, did everything I could do to possibly prepare myself for the job.
Now, you said in an interview that you consider yourself a good-hearted person when it comes to the way you deal with your business. Exactly what does that mean to you when you say you're a good-hearted person? How would you describe that?
I mean, we just do fair deals to this day. You know, we there's nobody that's going to tell you that Tez messed over them in this business in the 16 years in this business. You know, everything I've done has been with integrity. You know, has been with integrity and the utmost respect for people. You know, artists that we sign. You know, like I just do stuff the right way. It's a very grimy business. A lot of people do business the wrong way. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
I never wanted to. I never. There was no intention for me to even do anything like that. So, um, so that's just me. That's in my DNA. Okay, I don't think I could be another person. You know, I'm purpose driven, so you can't fight against
Yes.
that, right? So, absolutely.
So I want to ask you a little bit about Drake when you manage him.
Okay.
So I heard T.I. say before in an interview that when he missed out on certain opportunities, he didn't he I guess he had the opportunity to sit down with Drake before he was known on that level as far as for his music, and he really, he didn't take him serious with his music. He didn't see the star quality in him. So I just want to know, what did you see in him? Like, it's amazing how one person can see nothing in a person and another person can see a big star. So what did he do for you that really kind of got at you?
When I first heard his music, was introduced to me by Jazz Prince. He played
Mm-hmm.
he played his comeback season mixtape. And the very first thing that I heard that kind of got me excited was he was just he had bars, he could rap, right, but then he was so articulate, like I could understand every syllable of every word coming out of his mouth. So I was like, oh, I was like, man, he gets busy, and like his voice is just so clear and pronunciation of
Mm-hmm.
words. I was like, he got something special going on, and I dug, the mixtape was dope. So, got Jazz to fly him in. Didn't know what he looked like. I didn't know what he looked like
Mm-hmm.
at the time. But when I saw him, I was like, oh, and you light skinned and and Jewish and yeah, yeah, and you could sing too. I was like, he got a whole lot going for him. So I immediately knew that he was gonna be he was gonna be a star. And I think when he started, when he got that substance right, and he figured out how to make hit songs, I knew at that point that he was gonna be the biggest person to ever do it. That was 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. What kind of team or force is behind making an artist successful like a Drake?
What kind of team?
Yeah, like how big, I just for the people don't know, like how many hands are normally in that pot to make someone as successful as an artist like Drake and
That's a
Lil
good
Wayne?
That's a good question because people always think since I'm the face and out of my whole team, I probably got the biggest social media presence, because
Mm-hmm.
all these fans harass me on my Instagram. So, but it is a team, and that's what it's about. It's about team, So I have one thing we knew as a management company a very long time ago was we didn't rely on. The labels and our partnerships to make sure that our success, our artists had success. So we develop in-house departments and have people that specialize in different areas. That's part of our team. So like we have a touring guru, who's the president of Live Nation Urban right now, Sean G. We have a digital guru in Brian Calhoun.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, in-house branding and endorsement guy, Matt Ferrigno, film and television, Brian Sher, like my partners, Gene Nelson and G. Robeson, like we like A&R, that's our specialties, and Al Branch kind of leveled it off with his marketing skills. So that's the nucleus. That's been the nucleus for the last 13 years. So that's been the people that's been behind Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki, G-Eazy, all these people from the inception. That's the team, and that's still the team. You know what I'm saying? We run our company in a very family-oriented style. And people, like I said, people don't know that, and I always try to give props. And like I may be CEO face, but it's definitely a machine that these artists have that kind of becomes part of our family that helps them catapult their vision.
So a lot of times I hear you, you talk about that it factor that a lot of the artists have, and a lot of artists, of course, the artists you work with definitely had that it factor. But you said a piece that they definitely need is direction. Like, how important is direction, and what did you mean by having direction? I mean, pretty much having a team, right?
Oh, I was like, you got to be coachable, you got to be willing to, everybody, we have great partnerships with our artists on the management label side, on both sides, and I think we work as great partners, but I still think that, you know, you have to be. I wouldn't serve no purpose. I wouldn't serve no purpose on anybody's team if you're not going to listen to or especially now, listen to all the
Mm-hmm.
things that I've been through. The goods, the bads, ups and downs of this business to help them out. You know what I'm saying? If you're an artist that think they, that just know it all, probably not, it's probably not going to be a great fit for us. You know what I'm saying? I could love you to death to be like, what I'm saying? We're good. I have no, if I can't, is at that point, it's like, what am I here for? Um, so maybe that's what I meant. I'm not sure when I said that, but that's how I feel.
Somebody's asking a question, and I kind of like, how important is outer appearance when I guess you're trying to market an artist?
Depends. I think back when I started, it was more important than anything. I think now is, with streaming, you have so many different platforms. You have so many people have so much access to music to where as though, an artist could genuinely be themselves and it could be about the music, right? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Back then, you have to get deals and be seen, you know what I'm saying? So it probably helped with image and branding to so you could stand out in order to get signed, in order to be heard. I think streaming has made that easier. So I don't think it is as important. I think it comes down to the artist and what they want to stand for and what their brand is going to stand for. Like if their music is, if it was Drake coming to me right now in 2020, his music was to be dedicated to women, you know, and the way it is, I would say that, him looking clean cut, the brand going with the music, what I'm saying, tying into the music, I think is important. So, and that varies. That varies. I don't think it's super important. I think that um, you got people in this era, because of streaming, you know, that's just genuinely artists and at its heart, and could care less of how they look, and people could care less how they look. But as a manager, when I'm trying to figure out the brand that my artist is gonna have, you know, that's a part of it. That's a question that goes into it. Like, you know, do we need to look a certain way to match this sound, or how we trying to go with based off of the album or the music that that they're doing at that point.
Okay, so I want to try to form this question in the right way. Like when you have a new artist, how much is it like what you see them being versus what the industry is doing? Like you know how like people saying, you know, you look at female rappers, there's a lot of thoughtism, stripperness going on. Like if you have an artist, are you trying to bring the person they are out, or is it more of trying to fit what people like and going on right now in the industry? I
Are
know
you
it
asking
varies,
this for
but
yourself?
no,
Yeah, that's a shameless. Yes, you.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, no. I mean, I do think you should work with me, but I'm not gonna use this platform that I don't understand why I'm cute, I'm talented, but you know, I ask you this all the time.
Oh man, nah. Listen, nah. I don't fit into those. You know, the artist gonna be who the artist is, and if I'm gonna work with them, it's probably gonna be because um, it's definitely not. I don't look at. I do. It's a yes and no, because all these questions like yes and no, because yes, you do got I do pay attention to what everybody else is doing, right? You have to,
Mm-hmm.
know, you got to study what everybody else is doing, but I don't try to get any artist I know to conform to be anything that they're not. You know, if I'm gonna work with somebody, I'm probably gonna see something authentic in them that I probably wouldn't want to change. I might polish some stuff up to make it better, but you know, I'm probably not
Wait a
gonna.
second, your female artist talking trash to me, talking about y'all ain't taking nobody else. Now, normally I don't respond to the
Look
comments,
at
but
that. Akbar.
Akbar,
Calm
don't
down,
do that.
Akbar.
Don't do that, because I support all female artists. And if you good, it's enough room for everybody. And your style is way different from mine. You do what you do, I do what I do. So I just want to say that my music ain't nothing like yours. Okay, sorry. I mean, y'all brought me into this, so I'm just giving y'all what y'all bringing me.
Oh gosh, y'all funny, man.
But no, you brought it up, so I want to know also. Shit, y'all done knocked me off the damn. Y'all done put me to a whole nother
Akbar
place,
stupid.
baby. Shit, I'm from Mac Town. I gotta respond, baby. I'm ready at all times. So
uh,
thank you, baby. She said she'll let me come on. I appreciate that. How do you balance trusting the artist's ideas and doing what you think best for the artist? Because I always wonder that.
I mean, I let them lead. My. Listen, at the end of the day, it's the artist's life and it's the artist's careers, right? So I'm gonna always follow the artist's lead. My job is to give my expertise, advice, guidance. You know how I think about things, how I think that they could be successful. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm following their lead. If they could decide to follow that advice, or they could decide not to. At the end of but my job is to keep it 100 with them all the time, and make sure that I play my part in giving them the sound advice as a manager, what my point of view. But at the end of the day, it's their life and it's their final decision. You know, there's no dictatorship over here. Like no, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, nah, bro, if you do this, nah, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Some people just like, nah, I'm gonna do it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
some has been I'm gonna do it, but most be like, yeah, you right, you might be right, Taz. You know, um, um, so yeah, but at the end of the day, they're the boss. I work for them. I work for the artists. So, um, it's their careers. You know, their lives. I'm just here as a partner to support and hopefully help guide them the right way to fulfill their dreams.
So I feel like the manager is kind of almost like a therapist in a way, and let me explain.
Oh
It's
yeah.
because you working with the person, and although you may share some private moments together, personal moments where you get to really know each other, I don't know if you should you consider that person your friend? I don't know, but I does it hurt when an artist drops you as a manager, or just in general? Does that hurt, or are you able to look at it as business?
I look at it as I look at it as I look at it as, I told you I'm purpose driven, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if it comes to a point where uh, we've outgrown each other, or the relationship is just not working, I could, yeah, business is business. We don't have to work together. That has nothing to do. I could separate that from, I could love you the same. I could love you the same. I haven't managed Drake since what? It's been like at least 4 or 5 years now, but we still bros. You know what I'm saying? We still
Mm-hmm.
brothers. I still calling, because our relationship was built off of something different. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a real relationship. And I fulfilled he wanted to be a superstar. He got there. He wanted to bring his team up after that, and raise his guys up in his crew to grow as entrepreneurs
Mm-hmm.
themselves. So I support that. I support that at 100%. And we still cool bros. You know what I'm saying? So for me, um, yeah, I could definitely separate the two.
Because I wanted that, since you have such a close relationship with Lil Wayne, he's your friend, but then you manage him. Like, when y'all have disagreements, how is that? Like, I'm sure because
Oh,
y'all
it's a
boys,
lot
you
of
could probably say,
FUs
"Well,
and
fuck
fights.
you."
Oh, we
Yeah,
we
yeah,
we
right.
we
Excuse
fought.
me.
Oh, absolutely. Not yes. We definitely had our FUs, and I probably got fired like 8 times a year. Come back. Yeah, he probably fired me over like at least a couple hundred times over the 15, 16, 15-year period, right? So absolutely, what I'm saying, that happens. We always butt heads, because I'm always keep it real when we still the same people that was running, same guys that was running them high school hallways together. So uh, I've never changed up, So yeah, we definitely butt heads, but that's what friends do. We could be pissed at each other, talk it out. Yeah, he'd be like, "You fired." You know what I'm saying? Call me the next day. So what we doing today? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Look,
But
I want to know, are you the level-headed friend? Because it seems like y'all make a good partnership. Like, because you see Lil Wayne sometimes he do crazy stuff. I mean, that's what artists do. But of course, it's your job to help him, get his things in order. But just as y'all friendship, would you say you the most level-headed of the two?
absolutely.
Right.
Hell yeah. That's why I did. That's why I was in my role and he was in his. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And he let me be that. And we respect each other's roles. He let me be that. Talk to Tez. Like, I, I don't want to deal with nobody. You just handle all the politics of the game and talking to people. Like, you handle that. Like, it was, our business roles were very much so. We worked well together because we understood our strengths. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So you also work with artists like G Easy.
Hmm.
He's kind of blown up over the last couple of years. So I don't want to just call him a white rapper, but
He is a white rapper. I mean, that's the truth. He's white and he raps. He's a white rapper. That's definitely, you can definitely call him that. That's nothing facts. Yes.
do, do you feel like it's a better time for white rappers right now in the game?
Uh, I think that I mean, there are white rappers when there's a guy named Eminem who was really good when I was growing up, or at least my high school, college years. So I think there's always been a place. Yeah, I think hip hop could be for anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it. Beauty of the art form. It could be for anyone. It's definitely more inclusive now. The 16 years I've been in this business, you know, the demographics has definitely changed. You know, now you see, you know, at these concerts, at these tours, you'll see all types of different races, people, identities, you know, together sharing the love of rap music. So I definitely think that, you know, it's very much so more inclusive. So it's easier for others that's maybe not black to you know to be respected in the rap form just because, you know, the culture is more inclusive right now.
So I know you said that white rappers kind of need a cosign.
I said that.
Yeah,
When I said that, a
you
cosign.
said it. I do my research, Cortez.
I don't remember saying it. White
Well,
rapper
look, you,
cosign.
you you said it. You don't feel that way anymore?
Uh, Jeezy didn't really have a cosign. Jeezy didn't have a cosign. I mean, unless you call him being signed to us as a cosign, but uh,
To be honest with you, and this is just my opinion, I think just him having the luxury of having some big name artists on some of his records who are black, who
yeah,
do rap, that
yeah.
helps.
Oh, absolutely.
That is kind of a cosign, but I mean, even though he is a rapper as well, but it just makes the transition a little easier. I mean,
Most definitely, but he didn't need one as far as an artist. You know what I'm saying? His first,
mm-hmm.
he's put out 4 albums, all of them platinum. Uh,
Ooh,
4 albums, he had 4 platinum albums in 7 years. So
4 platinum album?
yeah, 4 platinum albums, 4 releases.
I did not
All
know that.
platinum.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And black people didn't know him until like when Cardi got on No Limit. Like, but he had about 2 more albums before that. That's what I'm saying. That was
Wow.
that was very successful, right? Yeah, so you know he definitely shifted to the culture when Cardi was on that No Limit song. A lot of people, you know, started. You know, he had a whole different audience open up to him because of that. But yeah, for the first 2 albums was super successful. You know, headlining arenas and everything, and he really didn't have a cosign. He was just being himself. He's authentic. You know, he don't try to fit in, try to be nothing that he's not. You know, and he does him. You know, and it's worked.
So the next place I want to go with you actually,
Hmm.
hopefully we can go here with no problems, was was Nicki Minaj and just talking about female rappers a little bit.
Why we have
Why?
a problem? I love Nicki. I
No,
love.
I'm just saying it was, we just got that little that little weird shit that just happened earlier. Sorry, I'm not supposed to curse. I'm trying to do my Christian thing, and I'm branding myself as a Christian, which I am. But excuse me for that. But
What happened earlier? I don't know. I don't know what happened earlier.
no, nothing happened earlier. People were just telling you should work with me, so that's all that
Oh,
was. But
oh,
so how did the whole Nikki situation come about? Like, how did you get introduced to her? I'm just interested.
we was in New York City, and it was a guy named Fendi. Fendi, I think, manages Fabulous right now.
Hmm.
Was road manager. Yes, he on part of Fabulous management team right currently. Fendi used to do this like these DVD mixtape series called The Come Up, and he had asked for Wayne to be on it. You know, it was like street DVDs about bound
Hmm.
New York City, right? At the time, and you know, he had a feature with Wayne on it and stuff. So Fendi was working with Nicki at the time. He was representing Nicki at the time, and what he did was he purposely put the interview he did with Wayne. He put Nicki's performance right after Wayne's interview. So next time we went to New York, he kind of handed us he handed us a DVD. So on the tour bus, and we was watching it, and Wayne, of course, was watching his part. And immediately afterwards, Nicki was rapping the flow on a couch. You know what I'm saying, on a porch. And he was like, yo, he was like, man, she's fucking crazy. She's spitting like she's ill. Like, yo, we gotta find her, you know. Uh, and he asked like, does anybody know how to get to her? And I was like, yeah, it's my boy did the DVD. I hit him to see if he know her. He was like, I represent her, and I was like, that. So that's how it started. You know what I'm saying? And so we recruited her. We was initially recruiting her to sign the Young Money, which she did. I didn't start managing her until probably later on, maybe a year or two in, when she also came over on management. I think Super Bass was probably the first song we worked as managers, where we picked and worked. And from there, uh, it was off the first album, but we didn't initially start as managers. She had a couple different managers before she came to us. Um, but I still was doing all the as the Young Money COO. I still was putting out her music on the label and signed her to. Yeah. But that's how, yeah, that's how we saw Nicki. That's how we met her. You know, Wayne was like fell in love with her as soon as he saw her perform, and you know, flew her out,
She got flued out.
flew out to goddamn work, not for nothing else.
No,
But
no, I wasn't insinuating anything.
yeah, yeah.
Did you know did you when you saw her, did you know that she would be as big as she has become?
Absolutely. Nicki get busy. Nicki's like top 10 of all MCs to me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Male or male. So yeah, Nicki get busy, man. So yes, yes, you know, and her work ethic is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, you know, I think she did it the right way for us, how she carried herself in the business. Uh, uh, and she did the business the right way, man. That's why she's one of the hands down one of the best to ever do it. Definitely female artist, you know, and definitely definitely number one female artist, and definitely in my top 10 artists all the time. So um, yeah,
Look, I got a question to ask you, and if you don't want to answer it, just say you don't want to answer it. But being the businessman you are, I think you could give me a good answer. Because we've never gotten this from the manager point of view or just maybe another hip hop fan point of view. And I gotta ask you this, whether you don't like it or not. But when Nicki Minaj first came out,
yeah.
and and little Kim felt like she didn't give her her props. Do
Mhm.
you feel like that? Do you feel like that was necessary for her to give her her props? Or I mean, or just how did you feel about that situation? Because it kind of got a little messy, and I just want to know from your point of view.
I can't remember how it happened and what led to what. I think it was, you know, I think there's a backstory behind it that I don't know. You know,
Mm-hmm.
think it's more than what the public knows about those
Mm-hmm.
about their relationship. I can't remember. You know, I think Nicki definitely is one. Me knowing her personally, that pays homage to the people who came before her. And for her, she definitely had an understanding and appreciation for the doors that were open for her. I can't remember the narrative between her and Kim and everything that happened. I definitely know that is more than what the public had saw on the surface. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and but I know for a fact that Nikki definitely pays homage to the people who open the doors for her and respects them.
Good answer. Good answer.
That's the truth. That shit. He said good answer like I was trying. I was
Look,
telling the truth.
oh, I'm just saying. Good response to that. Um, so hip hop has gotten so much bigger these days, and I know that has opened the doors for so many more opportunities. I want to go to the business side of what you do a little bit. Like,
Okay.
how did you negotiate deals? Like, or just tell us about like Drake and the Jordan deal. Like
Mhm.
how hip hop has just expanded, has grown to a point where you're able to make deals of that magnitude.
Funny story about Drake and the Jordan deal. Um,
Or
he
that's just an
always,
example. Whatever you want to tell us,
yeah, no,
like.
you could. There's a story behind that. I mean, he won Jordan deal bad, so you know, and we formed a relation. You know, we had knew my partner G Robeson knew Jordan personally, you know, and hit him up about it, asking him. And at that point, Joy was like, I'm not giving my shoe to no non-athlete, you know. But Drake was persistent, so we had to do a lot of things for him. Like I think Drake showed up at his daughter's Sweet 16. He
Mm-hmm.
performed at Jordan's All-Star game that he had in New York, that high school. Like he did a lot, you know, before Jordan finally bought in to, you know, because we're telling him like, yo, this is the wave. Like hip hop is the culture, you know. Um, he finally came around and bought in and let him, rebrand the shoes, redesign the shoes and um, for OVO. But I think that ultimately, we were knocking down doors back then, but now, hip hop is the biggest genre in the world, you know what I'm saying? And it controls the culture, and one thing about these corporations, they understand that now, because
Mm,
they're targeting, especially in people in for-profit business, they're targeting the younger consumers, right? So they can bring young consumers into their brands in order to have them hopefully as lifelong users or supporters of whatever thing they're trying to sell to them. And what they do understand, if they're smart, is that the youth is driven by, hip hop culture. I think music has always been a byproduct of advertising and cross marketing in the business space. But now it's just undeniable. We got numbers, we got analytics that hip hop is the best thing. So the people that's smart attach themselves, whether they're playing
mm.
hip hop in their ads or whether they reaching out to people to do endorsement deals. They get it now. So now it's easier. Back then, when I first started, it was just about educating them and keep, letting them understand, because there was a bunch of older guys, white guys usually, that was in these offices, these top positions that didn't understand the culture. So it was about education and explaining and pitching my clients um, for them to understand the buy-in and what they were going to get, what I'm saying, the value they were going to get to bring them on. And some got it, some didn't. Usually it was, honest to God truth. It was a smart one black man in the room for the most part who was the voice for those early
Mm-hmm.
deals, what I'm saying, for those early deals like Sprite, it was Chris Lighty. That Sprite Drake commercial was Chris Lighty. Um, it was my man. Um, Shoot, it's my man Mark for the Mountain Dew Wayne deal. It was a usually, a black guy in the room for a lot of those deals early on. And then as they start seeing the numbers and what hip hop was doing for us, impacting culture, now it's easier. It's easier for endorsements and partnerships.
I'm interested to know, because it's crazy to me that you started kind of with not a lot of experience in this game, and now you can talk and do the things that you have done. So, what skill? Am I boring you, Cortez? What's going on?
Absolutely not. I'm about to start
Okay.
moving though. We can talk all the time. I've got a flight to catch, so I'm about to start
Oh, you
moving.
got a flight? Why you didn't tell me?
No, we good. We can keep talking. I can talk. I can put my phone on. Look at it. We good. We good.
Oh, okay, okay. You were stretching your ass, so
Oh, nah. That was that's not boredom. That was allergies. Go ahead.
okay, because I was about to come through the phone and
Nah, don't do that. Keep talking. Do you remember your question you was just about to ask me? No. Do you remember your question? No.
wait, don't look, don't like my niece told me earlier, don't do me, Cortez.
No. Yeah, you don't even remember the question. You see that? See what I'm saying? Doing all
Look,
that. Don't even remember the question you about to ask.
no, no, okay. I want to know
I'm listening.
what skill do you feel like you most benefited from to make it to the person you are today?
Yeah, man. What skill? What skill most benefited me to do what?
What skill do you think helps you out the most that you have?
Um, patience,
Patience?
understanding, uh, patience and understanding people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have. I think that's very much you have to have that as a manager, right? Because you deal with all kind of crazy situations, and you got to be able to uh, um, have patience and treat people right, humility. All those things take you a long way. And that's all things that I've been before music. And if music goes away, it's just the person I am.
That's okay. I won't say good answer, but that was good.
I'm just telling the truth. He's like, good answer.
I never, well, I can't say I never had a person move like this while we've been on this
Well,
show,
this is
but
a first. You see that? See the city of Atlanta, nice.
no, actually Willie the Kid did it. Y'all people that's associated with rappers, y'all crazy.
Nah, man, I gotta go teach a class tomorrow at Jackson State. I gotta get out of here.
Damn,
Gotta go
that's
join
right. I ain't
class.
even asked you about Jackson State. Look,
Absolutely, we could talk about Jackson State for another hour. I love that
oh,
school.
so you, so yeah, so you teaching a class at Jackson State. You got a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
Um, somebody said thank you for the live. Well, it seems like it's gonna end soon. So everyone, make sure you go to YouTube and go to Kara Dangerous Talk and subscribe and follow me on all the podcast platforms, Spotify, and all these things. And to all the haters in my comments, y'all can go to hell. I ain't even focused on that. But yeah. So thank you so much,
I
Cortez.
thought you was a Christian. I thought you was a Christian. We can still talk. I'm good. I thought you
Oh,
was a
okay.
Christian. How you telling people go to hell? That's not God like. What
Well,
are you
God said he gonna send some of y'all to hell. So why can't I tell y'all to go?
doing? Man. Oh Lord.
What kind of car you pulling up in?
I'm about to go to the airport. Look at Akbar. She done pulled up on you. I'm gotta go to Jackson. I gotta teach a class. Look at Akbar B. She done,
Hey, Akbar.
Hey y'all, I was putting up anytime. Oh, baby, pull
I'ma
up right
call
quick.
you. I got a flight. I gotta go.
You gotta go now.
Yes.
Call me now.
I
This
will
is
call you as soon as I get off.
Okay, I love you.
But
Akbar is on I Love Hip. Wait, what is it called? Love and Hip Hop
yeah,
Atlanta.
yes, she is.
Oh Lord,
She just pulled
y'all,
up.
this is crazy. This is so. This interview has been all over the place, but Bessie is good. Bessie is good. Um, what do you feel like the game has taught you, Cortez?
um, it's taught me a lot. I learned a lot in these 16 years I've been in the music business. I think, hmm, it's a good question. You got me reflecting now. Trying to think. I think it's definitely taught me not to take opportunities for granted. You know, um, this is not an easy business. It may the facade looks easy. You know, when you see the glitz and glam of it all, you know, it's taught me to, you know, cherish the blessings that you have and never stop working hard. 'Cause that's one thing we never stop doing. Is as much success that I've had in this business, as many of the great talents that I've been able to be a part of their success. Like, you know, I still work the same, um, and as long as I still have this purpose and have this inspiration to do it, you know, nothing changed about the drive, you know, and I'm thankful and never take it for granted because I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've lost mentors, suicide, you know, in this business because it's not an easy business, man. If you're not grounded in some type of way spiritually, I think that, you know, you could fall short or fall off or waver or get caught up into a deep dark abyss, you know, where you find yourself rich money, everything but unhappy, you know. So I don't take any of this for granted.
That's dope. What classes are you teaching, or what class are you teaching at Jackson State University?
I'm teaching careers in music at the Jackson State University every Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m.
Oh, that's awesome. I may need to take that class.
Hey, I think it's still open. They might have capped it. It may be open. I check.
Oh,
I send you a link so you can listen in on the course.
okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Anything coming up that you're doing that we should know about?
I'm doing a whole lot of shit. I mean stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right, right.
There's a lot going on, man. So, shoot, I got a lot of artists releasing music. I told you we got Tip coming Friday, Preem and Popcorn EP Friday. G-Eazy's releasing a single Friday with Black Bear. A lot of stuff. Trippie Ray's putting out an album on Halloween. Oh man, it's a lot on the music side, but what's been near and dear to my heart is um, I'm about to launch this platform called Be Great.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if you guys ever heard of Masterclass or know what that is, it's a lot of innovators in all different walks of life and instructors that teach you basically how to become them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how to, how to do that. So I'm launching a black version of that. I think, I'm in my purpose. I keep saying purpose is so important to me, right? So I think my purpose is taking me after all these years and everything I've gained in this business and with these relationships, you know, um, um, it's on my heart now to give back more than ever. I have given back over the years, but now it's like, going back, teach at your school, go get the next young Tez who may want to aspire to be in the music business, build this platform, because I feel like black kids still to this day, the education system is so archaic and systematically racist that, our kids, black kids still don't have the exposure to play on level playing fields with their counterparts. So I'm building this platform so they can learn how to be, and know that there's jobs outside of being a rapper behind the scenes in music. There's plenty careers, but we don't
Mm-hmm.
have them. Like our people are not represented in those spaces just because we don't know. So this platform called Be Great is about exposure. That's what I'm most excited about outside of building it. I'm teaching a class at Jackson State right now, but the goal is to build a whole music degree program
Mm-hmm.
there, where they could learn all these other jobs behind the scenes, and have a degree in it. And I'm gonna start at Jackson State, and then I'm spreading it all across HBCUs because I believe in those institutions and what they represent. Yeah, that's the spill. That's what's going on.
Oh, well, that's so awesome that you're doing it. And before we go, I just want to say, any advice for me?
Any advice for you? I
Yeah.
don't even know what you're doing though. You still at ESPN?
No, I need some employment. So if you know something, let me know.
I didn't know. You said any advice for you? I ain't talked to you in a minute, in a couple years. So chop it up. You got. I can't give you advice if I don't know what you're doing. So,
Well, you
uh,
gotta answer the phone, bro.
yeah. But this is dope. Content is key, man. Dope content is key. Like what you're doing here. Putting that show together. It's gonna be. This world is turning to a digital age, and content will be one of the biggest and most valuable commodities you can have. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, doing this show is a good idea. You got great personality. You know, uh, uh, you got your southern twang to add to it.
Right.
So this is a dope thing. Keep it up. Keep it going.
Well, I appreciate that. And thank you so much for coming on the show. And I appreciate that so very much.
No problem. I appreciate you for having me.
No doubt. You be good, brother. And
All
be
right.
safe on your flight.
All right. Thank you.
All
All
right.
right. Bye.